What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Daily Hacked.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I think I'm really excited about today's conversation.
Yeah, definitely. As we get into seeing different offers all over the place, as we get into helping people with their offers and even looking at our offers, it's so key to understand value versus price.
Right, right. Value versus price is so crazy because you see all these crazy large numbers, right? And you're like, is it really worth that? Right. And then you're like, oh, I'm saving hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. But are you really?
Yeah. So, anybody that knows ClickFunnels, anybody that knows their coaching program, it's basically like a 25K a year program, and their value that they stack onto it is about 100,000. So if at the end of the day, if you would to individually pay for everything, they say you would pay 100K, but would you truly pay that much?
Nope.
You wouldn't, right? So I think that's where so many of us need to be careful and to do things the right way. So when we say something has a value of 997 or a value of 497, tell me, Ron, what are your thoughts on that?
One, can I go somewhere and actually buy it for that price? Like, where did that value come from? Right. Or is it the actual value of someone's time that they're giving you? Depends kind of what the offer is. Is it time, a time offer? Because their time might be worth that. Or if you can go to their website and see, yep, I can buy that for $500.
Yeah, 100%. So graphics, for example,
Oh, yes.
you sell graphics for anywhere, if it's a single thing, as 300 bucks up to kind of, we have a package that's about $1,000 a month.
Correct.
So when we say the value is $1,000, like, we mean that people actually pay Hindsight Hacking Media $1,000.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if you think about it, we've had clients where they're like, okay, it's X amount a month that we charge. And when we're done, they're like, we would have paid 4 times that for what you guys offered. Okay, so now we can go out and say our value is 4 times that. We wouldn't do that. We could, and we actually have people saying that's what it's worth. But we want our customers to feel like, hey, we over delivered on that piece. And we never want someone to feel like we under delivered on something that was of value.
Right. And you and I just got off a conversation with somebody that part of the problem of a 12-month program they were in had everything to do with basically the money he paid, and he doesn't feel the value is there for that.
Nope.
Let alone the value that it's supposed to be. Like, I should, for a 25K program, I should feel that it's worth 100K.
You don't want me in your 25 program, because if that's the case, it better be completely done for me.
Yeah. So, all right. So back to simple things. There's so many places out there. $1,000 program, like, there's $1,000 courses all over the place, and many of us, ours included, the value is at least 10 times that. Right? Ours is actually a $20,000 value for a $1,000 program. Right. How can we get away with saying that's $20,000 value?
Because of what our clients have told us that they're getting in the value, right? So that's one. 2, we understand what our time is actually worth because of our experience.
Yep.
Right. And it's not just something we're willy-nilly put together. The amount of people that we're putting into this program, I mean, they sell programs like candy for $1,000.
Yeah. So let's just to lay this out. It's a $1,000 program. We do business intensives, which it takes both of our time for 2 to 3 hours in a shot.
And we've had clients say, I just got out of a $10,000 a year coaching and I learned more in 3 hours than I did the whole year on my own business.
100%. but we only put the value. We didn't put 10,000 on the business intensive. Like the value is strictly the amount of money. If we were to charge it to do this solo, it's our time on the hourly basis. Like that's it. It's simple.
Yep.
It's simple math. It's not an inflated, $1,000 value for this one little piece. It's if we were to spend our time, the roughly the 200 to 250 an hour plus the amount of work that we put into the stuff that goes ahead of the business intensive, right? Like, so there's that work that goes ahead of it. There's the actual time on with the client. Now the value the client gets is well over what we're putting our own $1,000 value, but literally that's the amount. If somebody's like, hey, I want half your day. This is what we want to do, and just do a business intensive.
Right.
It's $1,000 product. Like it's $1,000 program. So therefore, that's exactly what we're going to put on the value. I'm not going to put 10,000, even though some people might think it's worth that. Like I want to put $1,000 value for something that we would charge $1,000 for.
Right. Right. It's not about overinflating what you guys do. Right. So really understand what I'm saying. It's not about how big the number is. It's about what you can actually charge for the item that you're putting in there. If you can only get $2, then it's a $2 value. It's not a $500 value because you want to make your offer stack bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I was working with a client yesterday, and this person does a monthly membership program that's only like $80 a month. And then her offer stack had a total of like, I don't know, it was like $2,000. But then she had literally a quarterly bonus piece that she had as a value of priceless. Well, so I immediately went to her and was like, okay, what are you giving away for real?
Priceless either.
What are you giving away for real? And what would be the value of this and why? Right. And so I figured out that this is, at first it just says, bonuses added, priceless. And then I figured out, no, this is it's a quarterly thing that you're doing. This is what you're doing. And this is the value on it based on your time and the resources you're putting into it. So instead of priceless, now it's actually $997 value per quarter that this person is offering. Now it's a monthly membership. So I didn't put the whole annual value of what that would be because
you made it tangible.
Right. Instead of priceless. Right. And I think we have one piece that's on ours that's priceless, but because our value was already over the roof, right? Again, I didn't want to overinflate anything. Like I wanted people to see the 20K, not a 30 or 50K based on $1,000 product.
No, it's everything we put in there, we can break up and sell by itself. And we have in some facet of the program, right? Yeah. So we feel very comfortable that our value stack is a real value number.
Yeah. Okay. So to everyone listening, and Jim Beard, I know you're there. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
But for everyone listening, if you have an offer, and if you sell a product, like there's no offer with it, then it's just the one price. It's $50. I buy an iPhone. I buy an iPhone for whatever the $1,000 is, right? But if you have an offer so it's whatever your services and all the pieces of it, right? Like that's a part of your offer. So if you have an offer, figure out the value, get true numbers attached to each thing. Again, we did a summit for somebody once and they were trying to get a $200 ticket with zero value, just saying, hey, here's my 10 speakers, pay me $200, right? Like that's not the way to go. So put each item, if a speaker is coming to your summit or going to your challenge or whatever, literally think, okay, what's the training given? Now, if they do an hour-long training, do they charge $100 for a masterclass? Do they charge $1,000 for a masterclass? If they do one-on-one coaching, do they charge $50 or do they charge $500? Whatever the number is, find that number, put it next to your piece of your offer, and then start stacking it into whatever the actual offer includes.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to look at your offer and go and question your offer. Like if you look at offers, we've all seen them, and you're like, is that real? That's a bad sign. You don't want your offer to make someone feel that way. You don't want your offer to make someone feel, is that real? Right? You want your offer to say, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff I'm getting for this amazing price.
Right. Or as Brian Delaney, Nick Unsworth say, it's the Dow.
It's the Dow.
Dumbass offer. Dumb
Right.
offer.
Right.
You'd be dumb not to take it. So definitely. All right, everyone. I know we've already past 10 minutes, so we'll try to wrap this up. If you have an offer, you want to have value next to each piece in your offer, but make the value a real thing. If somebody questions it, you should be able to easily say, this is why.
Yep.
Right? And we keep looking at these offers, Ron, that either there's not a value attached or there's these dumb numbers that they just don't make sense.
Yeah. And on the flip side, and I know we're over time, but I'm going to say this real quick. You have to have a reason why someone's going to give you money, right? You can't just go, here's all the stuff, give me money. You have to actually show them that there's a value that's more than the money you're asking for as well. So you have to have a good balance or you're not going to get what you want out of it.
Yep. And so this holds true whether you're trying to sell something for $7, $97, or $1,000, or anywhere in between or above. Literally figure out a way. Everything you're given should have a value with it. And then, and honestly, if you want to sell it with no problem, your price should be about 10% of that value you're given. Yep. So go out there, make some cool offers, have some fun with it. Make sure it's real. Let's be ethical. Let's figure out how to do this stuff the right way with the value that you put with your offer, and make people want to go buy it because you're the insane amount of stuff you're trying to give them.
Absolutely, guys. And make sure you're just doing things the right way. Think about the end in mind. And when I say the end in mind, it's not about you getting money. It's about what value does that person get and how will they talk about you to get you a potential another client.
Yep. All right, guys, this has been another Daily Hack. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you later.